I've spent my whole life telling Australian stories, and I want my children to think that they too can dream and believe in their own culture in their own way.
I grew up in an industry that there was thriving work, there was careers that I was able to sort of look up to and follow, and that was a big part of my understanding of national identity and culture as a young man. And the idea that that's changing and that generations to come or just below me might not have the same access to that, to see their own voices on screen is really frightening.
If we want to know who we are, we need to tell our own stories. If we don't see ourselves on our screens, hear our own stories, we don't remember who we are, and we can't imagine our future. They're absolutely fundamental to being Australian.
It's really important for us to reflect our culture back to ourselves and to also retain the power of our voice on the global stage, because nobody can do it like we can.
Social cohesion and cultural confidence are two of the kind of hallmarks of Australia. They're very, very important to us. We've, successfully built those over many years, and it would be a terrible thing to lose that.
I guess now, as being a grandfather and seeing the great trajectory across the landscape in regards to First Nations storytelling, it's extremely important that, we too afford that to the next generation in regards to, the evolution of the Australian landscape and the Australian stories.
It's very important to tell local Australian stories, because I was around when we weren't doing it, and so we didn't have a clue who we were or what our strengths were or what our weaknesses were or how silly we were or how intelligent we were. We never got to see that. And then one day, suddenly we had a film industry and we started to show who we were through Muriel's wedding, through My Brilliant Career, through all sorts of things. It's very important for our self-confidence to see ourselves and to see what our world is here in Australia.